Hi guys, happy Monday. I hope you're having a great day so far. I'm getting ready to upload, or actually I'm going to combine this with our Easter egg hunt videos from yesterday. But I can't remember if I felt like I did a video on here for my, how busy my office space was. And I want to do a quick makeup look for you guys, but I also wanted to show you how clean and refreshing it is right now. So maybe I already showed you, I don't know, but I just love it so much that I'm going to show you again. I'm going to try to flip that. There we go. So I've got my board down here. This is my team board. I put all of our goals there for every month. That way we can all work together. I hung some stuff up. I organized this area. I love, love, love my windows. They are probably my favorite thing about my office. Curling iron's still out from yesterday. And then my lovely station. Oh, I love it so much. All my skincare, my little roll-on perfumes and lotions. I love it all so, so much. I love my Bend and Snap brush holder. It is seriously amazing. This is what I was trying to tell you about in my other video that I watched. Maybe that's what I did. Maybe that's where I put it. But I'm going to try to, oh, that just flips around so cool. I don't have my tripod. Oh, crap, I forgot that was there. I don't have my tripod out right now. So I'm trying to think how I can do this because I really want to do a quick makeup look, and I was going to go live on my my VIP group, but like I haven't gone live. I haven't done my makeup for you guys for a while, so I'm going to make a mess really quick. Probably make some noise. I can see if I can get this to work because I don't want to move too much around. Like I just want this to work. And isn't my shirt super cute? My teammate made it for me. Damn, I don't know how else to do this. Because I want you to be able to see my face. Okay, what if I, hold on, do move this out of the way, move this back, and then we will see if we can move. Ha, voila! I think that I can get that to work pretty well. I would have rather done something to my hair, but I mean, you guys will be able to see it better now that it's up. So this is how much natural lighting I have just from being in my office. That's why I love my windows. I know it looks like I have like no hair right now. Maybe I should try to put some of it down. You're about to see how wild it is. It's like a lion's mane from yesterday, from Easter. It was already kind of wild, but I masked it somehow with some curls. So I don't know if that really helped, guys, but I want it to look like I have some hair on my head for this video. So I was really, really obsessed with my makeup look yesterday, and I thought it would be nice to get on here and just kind of do that as well. Okay, we are ready. So yesterday I actually had on a little bit of my Liquid Sunshine. Don't mind how messy my bottle is up here, but this stuff is amazing. It's actually, it now has a new name. We have 3 new body bronzers now. So if you wanted a Liquid Sunshine, the same shade, you would want our body lotion that's in shade Bronze. I always mix mine with body lotion. I actually will use my Reigning Zen. It's a lemongrass and white tea body lotion. It smells so good. I mix it with that just to kind of give it a more subtle look. I feel like it's really hard to find body bronzers that don't have any, like that don't turn you orange, and no one is orange. So it's just kind of frustrating sometimes, but I am gonna turn on my professional lighting. Look how amazing that lighting is. That stuff is amazing, and I saw that on my website too. I am gonna put some primer on my face. This is an ultra fine mist, grease-free makeup primer. So it's just going to help all of your makeup lay perfectly flat on your skin. It's gonna help, you know, everything stay put the way that it is. It's not gonna let anything sink into your pores or any of that gross stuff that we don't want. It's a great primer. I love that it's a spray too, and it's actually, it's made by Skindinavia, and it has vitamins in it that you wear it over time and it's gonna help reduce the size of your pores, keep away facial redness. It's seriously the best stuff ever. So I'm going, actually, so that's what I was saying. Yesterday I applied a little bit of Liquid Sunshine. So I used my, what did I use? Shinto or Shinto 2 for my foundation, but that's obviously a little bit darker for me today. So I'm going to go back in with my Shinto 1. And I'm going to, so you can see like everything is left. I wonder if I can zoom in. It just wants to zoom in on my face. There we go. There we go. So there's really quite a bit of product left in there. It's really kind of cool how much is left in there actually. This will last me at least another good month. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I'm gonna do a dewy look on my face just to feel a little extra and springy and summery. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Due Date. This is a very hydrating facial oil. So it's like a 2-for-1. You're using an awesome foundation, wax-based foundation. It's a vegan wax-based, so it's not going to sink into your pores, which causes breakouts. It's not gonna sink into any fine lines or wrinkles to amplify the areas that we're already trying to cover up as women. It's really just an awesome, awesome product. And so I mix a little bit of that. I'll try to show you. I put a little bit up here in the corner so you can see it's a little bit wet. I just put a little bit of drop there. I'm looking for a napkin of some sort because I'm probably gonna make a mess with something. I can just feel it. You know, I'm just kind of anticipating it. And I normally always have something here, and I just don't. I just don't have anything here. So, I guess we will just try our best not to make a mess. And now I'm going in with, this is brush number 17. This is a buffer brush. Or I'm sorry, nope, this is the diffuser brush. Look how big this is. This is our buffer brush, so you can see the size difference. These are great brushes for textured skin. If you have acne scars, any sort of facial scars, that you, or just any, you know, any sort of texture. If you have deeper wrinkles on your skin, these brushes are amazing because you're just really smoothing that foundation right over top. You're not necessarily using a beauty blender to like push it in. They're beautiful. They are amazing. So I've got my Due Date in here, which is a super hydrating facial oil, super important to hydrate in the winter, in the summer, in the spring, every season. It's always important to hydrate. So I'm just using my Shinto 1 in here just to mix it up. And then what I do, I need a mirror. So I'm going to be holding my Rikki Cutie just so I can get a better look. And maybe I should, I'm just gonna go even extra and just show you guys how awesome this thing is. And now I'm not gonna get it to work because I wanna show you, right? So you just pop out the little finger holders. And I always just dab my foundation. Sorry, I don't wanna talk while it's going over top of my, over top of my lips. And then with my foundation, I always kind of play around with how much I'm using with my diffuser brush, or my, what is this? My diffuser brush? Yeah. My blender, I don't know, my buffer brush. This is my diffuser. I really just kind of play around with it, especially now that all of my foundation is around the outsides. It's not really in the middle, so I'm not picking up quite as much. So you will see me, you know, dab in there a little bit more. And I just kind of bounce it on my skin just to let it warm up, and then I'll start blending it all out. And this coverage is amazing. It is insane. It's so good. But this is what I did for my Easter look yesterday. So if you are someone that wants a really dewy look, you can add Due Date to your foundation like I am, and you're kind of creating a BB cream, except it's a healthy version of a BB cream because, you know, our skincare is all natural, made with natural ingredients. So if you want a dewy look, mix Due Date with it. But if you're like, oh, I don't really like looking dewy or glowy, because a lot of women don't. I never did. I don't know. The past few days that I've tried this, I've just wanted to kind of play around with it. You can then add this oil. This is a facial oil. This one's amazing. It's seriously a medicine cabinet necessity. So even if you're not mixing it with your makeup, you need this. It should already be a part of your skincare regimen, but this is One Drop Wonder. That, adding just a drop of that to your foundation is going to give you more of a matte finish, but it's still gonna give you all the benefits of it. It's just Pomifera oil, so it's super good. It's good for inflammation, it's antibacterial, it's good for scars. So that would be a really cool idea to mix, you know, if you've got acne scars and you're trying to minimize the appearance of them, mix that Due Date with your foundation. Use the diffuser or the buffer brush, and oh my gosh, over time, especially on top of your skincare regimen, oh, you're gonna be so impressed. So impressed. So I always go down my neck a little bit. I never have a line anyways, but I just think it looks better to have, you know, kind of blend it all out. And I just got my my mirror all dirty with my foundation, so I really can't even see out of it now. I just want to make sure that everything is blended. If you ever are using a diffuser brush or a buffer and you notice lines on your face, you just need to keep buffing out. You know, don't think that you can't use it or that there's something wrong with it. Just keep buffing it out. But look how good that that coverage is. It is so good, you guys. It's 50% pigment, so a little goes a long way. You're getting the best coverage you've ever had. Like, it is so good. Okay, so I did that, and yesterday I did mix a little bit of my, I'm gonna add in just a tiny bit of my Shinto too, just to give me a little bit more color. Sometimes when I'm transitioning from my winter shade to my summer shade, I will mix my two foundation colors. So I'll mix Shinto 1 and Shinto 2, and it works perfectly. So there is that. I'm trying to sit a little bit further back so you can really see me. So now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, and I'm gonna show you my palette. So all of our palettes have these little holes in the back. So when you open it, if one of these runs out, or when it runs out, instead of rebuying an entire palette, I pop out the tin that it came in and just replace the one shade. So these are actually all 3 new shades from Limelight. We just launched them in the fall. This is a blush, it's called Boom. This is blush called Slam. And then this is bronzer number 3. So it's a matte bronzer. And I really love using it just to help warm up my face. So I've got it on my brush, and right now I'm using brush number 3. It is an angled blush brush, and you're almost gonna look like a fish when you're trying to do this, okay? So you're gonna suck in your cheeks, and wherever that line is, it basically goes to the top of your ear, and that is where you want to place your product. So you can automatically see that that's already starting to warm up my face. And I always tap my products barely and then still tap product off, because these powders are also very heavily pigment. A little bit goes a long way. I always say add a little, and then, you know, if you want more of a desired look, then add a little bit more. The good thing about our powders is that they are professional quality, so it is extremely easy to blend them, which, you know, for me is amazing, because I was never really into makeup prior to joining Limelight, so I couldn't tell you anything about any other products. I honestly can't. I was never interested in them. Everything that I wore came from a drugstore, and I really just didn't like it. I just grew up a tomboy. So for me, I think that these products, and for, you know, I feel like I can speak volumes on this, these products, with them being such professional quality, they're great for beginners as well. You know, a beginner is gonna love this just as much as any other makeup guru, because of the quality, the pigments, and the blend, like how easy they are to blend. So I always, I know I didn't really talk you through that, but I always contour in my cheeks, and then I always go across my forehead. I'll do a little bit more. I always go across my forehead, and then I connect it. I go down and connect it, and then I go from there and kind of trace my jawline. My jawline's already pretty defined. I just do it anyways, it's just a habit, and then I pull that down so it all blends. And I do the same thing on the other side. so it's almost like a big three. There, and then this I always blend down because I never ever want any harsh lines anywhere. It's not any look that I've ever tried to achieve. So then I'll put that away, and actually just, yeah, we'll keep going. I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick. I'm kind of all over the place, but we also launched these in the fall. So these are our eyebrow gels, and I use shade dark. So it's number 3 shade dark, whatever you want to call it. And it has these cute little, it's almost like a little spoolie, like a little wand. And I just draw on my eyebrows. So if you already have hair on your eyebrows, and I know that that might sound silly for some of you to hear, but a lot of women have sparse eyebrows, so there's not much here to work with. If you don't have much to work with, message me and I will help you get set up with an eyebrow tamer brush, the setting spray, and a pigment to match your eyebrows. And that's how you're gonna want to do your eyebrows. So if you, you know, like my mom, for instance, she has hardly any hair on her eyebrows, so these do not work for her. These have natural plant-based fibers in them, so they are going to attach to your hairs that are already there. And they're just gonna help fill in what is gone and just kind of make them look a little more full. But I love these because they give me a more natural look. And that's kind of, you know, that's kind of my thing, is I like more natural looking makeup. It's just my cup of tea. So I've ran with it. And that is that. Okay. So there are my natural looking eyebrows. You guys, I'm literally not doing anything today. I'm just putting makeup on for you. Let's see. Now I'm gonna get into my eyeshadows. No, I'm not. I'm doing my concealer first. So I'm going to go in, typically I will highlight with concealer number 0. This is the lightest concealer we have. It is perfect for highlighting. It's so perfect. I actually used concealer number 2 yesterday, and you can see it's almost the same color as my skin, but it's a little bit lighter, and that's what I'm gonna use again today just because I liked it so much yesterday. And what I do, you can apply your concealer more than one way. We do have a concealer brush. This is number 6. It works perfect. Sometimes I use that, sometimes I use my finger. It just depends on my mood. Right now I'm gonna use my finger, and I just kind of rub my finger very lightly in there because this is wax-based as well, and less is more. This is a complete concealer. It's waterproof. So it is a little bit of a thicker consistency than our foundation. So a little goes a long way, guys. And you know, this area under our eyes is already so thin anyways that I don't like to, like, I don't know what word I'm trying to use. The one that wants to come out is not a real word. I don't like to gump a lot of products on my under eye because it's already such a sensitive and small area or thinner area of my skin that, I don't know, the fact, like, trying to put a bunch of stuff on it just seems super unappealing. And because this is a complete concealer, I love to put some on my eyelid. So this is gonna help with any discoloration. If you have oily lids, this is also going to help your eyelids or your eyeshadow stay in place. And you know, especially this eye is worse than the other, but I have veins on this eyelid, so I really have to prime it with a color so my eyeshadows kind of lay more normal, or the way that I want them to lay. So I just put a really, really thin layer. I don't even know, I feel like you can really tell like how much of a difference that is. And then I'm gonna show you how I blend this out, because again, I like everything very natural looking. Is she wearing highlight concealer? Is she not? You'll never know because I am a blending queen. I blend everything very, very well. And it's okay to go in the corner of your eye because you want that to be just as, you know, highlighted as the rest of it. So I've got that. There's my eye. I'll put a little bit more over here. So you can really see when I move more. that it is highlighted. I always highlight my Cupid's bow. It's like one of my favorite places to highlight. I don't know why. I put a tiny little bit on the center of my nose, and then I like to put a little bit on my forehead. And when you're doing your under eye, it's important to go all the way down and out like I did, even up. You don't want to just do a little loop right here, because when the light hits you, it's going to hone in on that, like on that little spot, and that's the spot that you're trying to cover up. So you want to go all the way down. And now I'm going to show you. So if you are going to use the diffuser for your foundation, that's fine, but you also need to invest in a Blenderful. So, and I love our Blenderfuls because they're egg shaped. So you can use this side for foundation if you prefer, but I love this little egg part to blend out my concealer. And I just balance. You never want to put it on there and pull it, because you're gonna pull your product off. And I really, really like to, you know, bounce under here lightly, but also kind of firmly, because I don't want any creases. I want it to just look super, super natural. And I'll, you know, blend a little bit on my eyelid just to make sure that it's pressed in there for when I put my eyeshadows on. Oh man, this video is long. I'll have to try to play around with my edits with my new camera and see if I can zoom through any of this, but it's pretty good. Or maybe I'll just do 2 different videos. I'll do my Easter egg hunts, and then I'll put this one on one by itself, since it'll be a little bit lengthy. So that is my highlight. That is it. That's highlight and contour. That is pretty basic, but also very simple. You can tell that it's there, but not too much. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my eyeshadow look that I did yesterday, and I really, really like this. I'm gonna show you my eyeshadow palettes that I used. I used some of the colors from here, really just actually one of the shimmers. And let me see something real quick. And then I used some of the colors in here as well. So these are both 18 well palettes. You do not have to use you don't have to buy an 18 well palette to create this look. You can get these individually. You can get your eyeshadows in a 4 well palette, a 6 well palette. They are customizable, and again, they all have holes in the back. So anytime you run out of one, all you gotta do is just replace it. So the first one I'm gonna use is Creamboat, and this is number 38. It is right here. And I'm using a large eyeshadow brush. This is number 7. All of Lime Live's brushes are professionally, they were created by a professional makeup artist. So they are professional brushes used by celebrity makeup artists, and they are vegan. So they are extremely soft, great quality, weighted handles, which you'll see comes in perfect handy, especially when I'm blending. So I'm just using Creamboat, and I'm going to apply this on my bottom lid. And I'm also going to drag it all the way up right under my eyebrow. It's all going in that one little spot. So basically top to bottom, under my eyebrow all the way down to my lash line. And you can probably tell that I always tap it in and I still tap off product, because this stuff is extremely pigment. So I guess I know now how long my videos can be. I'm gonna put a little bit more Creamboat over here. And I really do like, I like just kind of blending it around and tapping it into place just to make sure everything stays. But just to give you an idea of how long this stuff lasts, guys, I've had this color right here is one of my favorites. It's called Taupe for the Best. It's number 40. It is, for being a brown, it's gorgeous. It seriously works on like every single skin tone. And I've had that since June 2017. I've had it a very long time. I've yet to, I keep buying eyeshadows, but they're eyeshadows that I don't have already. So I'm actually gonna use the same brush, and now, no I'm not, I'm switching up, because we are now using, this is brush number 10. This is an angled, kind of like a pointed blender brush. You can see how the top is blended pretty well. I don't know how to work the zoom yet or the focus because it just wants to focus my face. There we go. So what I'm doing, I'm going in with One Night Sand. Sorry. And it's this color right here. I don't remember the number, but it's called One Night Sand. And I'm just dipping the point of that brush in there. And now I'm gonna do something. I need to get this little guy back out because I have hooded eyes and I'm gonna show you exactly what that means. So I'm putting this exactly in my crease. That needs blended a little bit more. And what that means, so I'm putting this color straight into my crease of my eye. And I'm just kind of blending it out as I normally would. And when I look at you, you can't see it because I have hooded eyes. So that crease is naturally hidden. So what I do, I am gonna put a little, obviously I put some there, almost as like a transition. So we're just gonna leave it there for now. And then I'm gonna dab in a little bit more. And I'm gonna go right above my natural crease and I'm gonna create a new line. So that's the key. If you have hooded eyes, you are creating a new line with your pigments. And you're just gonna blend it. I always place my pigments here and then I blend out and push it over. So it's not all harsh. I mean, you already know, I don't know how many times I can say that I love blending. I love softer looks. It's just more me. It is more my style. And I'm gonna put this one right here at the tip of my eyelash line and just kind of flick it up just to create a little more dimension so it's kind of all connected. And then go back over. And blending your eyeshadow, you can do windshield wipers, you can do small circular motions. I honestly do a little bit of everything when I'm blending. I don't have one thing that I prefer over the other. So you can see how like nice and subtle that is. So this is called One Night Sand, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing over here. I am gonna go right in my eye, right in my natural crease, even though I know we can't see it. But I do like I like putting it there, one, just to show you an example of why I go above my natural crease. But, and some people don't know that they have hooded eyes or don't realize what it is. It's not just aging women that have it. I mean, I don't really feel like I'm an aging woman and I have hooded eyes. It's just the layout of your face, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. You just learn different ways to do your makeup. For me, I never knew how to do it anyway, so. So now I'm gonna go right above my natural crease. It is so pretty out today. It was so pretty out yesterday for Easter, which was like perfect for our egg hunts. We had 2 and it was perfect. So I'm probably, when I'm done with this, I'm honestly probably gonna go hang out outside and either here at our house or go somewhere and hang out before I pick my son up because it is just so pretty out. And I know when he gets home, we're gonna have to go play soccer in the backyard. Okay, so that is One Night Sand. And honestly, I mean, you can play around with it. If you like it to be a little more vibrant and darker, you can get darker with it. But I like it just the way it is. So now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get my large eyeshadow brush back. I'm gonna turn that back down a little. And I've got my large eyeshadow brush, okay? And now I am taking my finishing spray. You can wet your brush with anything you want. Finishing spray that we have is just gonna keep it all in place even longer anyways. But spraying your brush before you put your eyeshadow on gives it a more vibrant look. So I'm using this pink down here. It's called Pink Happy Thoughts. And I'm just going to kind of like dab my brush in there, almost like I'm getting ready to paint. And I'm still tapping that off because I don't want all of this fallout to be on my face. I already did my foundation, so I don't need to clean up all that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place it right here on my eyelid, my bottom lid. Without getting it on that. I'm gonna place it in the corner. And I'm not pulling my brush, okay? Now that it's wet and I've got pigment, I'm just tapping it. And I'm not going all the way over to the corner because I want that to be brown. I'm just tapping my pigments there. So you can see the pink that is now there. So now I'm going to do the other eye the exact same way. My brush is still damp. And you can add as much pink as you want. You can do, these colors are very buildable, so if you want it to be more vibrant, by all means you can do more vibrant. I thought that this was so pretty with my Easter dress I wore yesterday. So it was, what was it, like navy blue, and it had white and pink in it. So I love wearing pink, especially if it's in my clothes. Oops. Okay, so that is all that I did for that. And now I'm gonna take my my pointed blender brush again, and I'm going to just kind of buff all of this out so it doesn't look like there's a harsh difference or a harsh line in between the colors. And then I've got that, and I've got one more eyeshadow to put on, and I'm using brush number 9. This is an angled eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to wet it with my setting spray so it's nice and wet, and I'm going to use this color. It's a shimmer color right here. It is number 1, and it is called Sweet Dreams. So I'm going to dab this just a little bit in there, and now I'm going to focus on the corner of my eye. And what this does, it really just brightens everything up. And then I'm not going to do my my eyeliner or mascara on camera because it is going to take me a long time. But at the end of this, I'm going to include a little, I'm going to include a picture of the finished product. That way you can see. And Sweet Dreams you can use as a highlighter, so you can add it on your cheekbone. You can do the same thing to the other side if you want. You can obviously use a different brush if you wanted to do that, but you can add a little highlight here. You can add a little highlight on your Cupid's bow. Like, this stuff is so pretty. And then afterwards you want to spray your face with finishing spray. This is going to hold everything on. Let me get my face, if I can get my face out, then it zooms in. It holds everything in for 16 hours, but I want you to go back to the beginning of this video and look at my complexion and look at how much different it is now. It is a lot more, it's all one tone now. Everything just looks so pretty, and spring, it's like the perfect spring look. Most of what I did, like the eyeshadows I used, you can get those in a 4-well palette. This is the lip gloss that I paired with it. This is called Grace Lip Gloss. I'm still waiting on my new ones to come from the spring collection. Isn't Grace so pretty? It's so subtle. It's a very pretty subtle pink. I love, love, love it. But yeah, it's perfect. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope you guys loved it. If you like this spring look, let me know below, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I guess that's all that you do, right?